Welcome back. I have a couple questions for you. Do you have enough money to retire comfortably? Do you have debt that you've acquired over the years with little to show for it? Do you fear losing your job or finding a job if the economy takes a turn for the worse? Here is an option that you may not have considered. A free financial workshop is coming to our area, and I have with me today Anthony Humpage, CEO of the company behind this exciting workshop. Good morning.
Morning,
Welcome.
Carly. Thanks for having me.
So this is exciting stuff. I think a lot of people are going to be interested in what you guys are doing at this workshop. Talk to me a little bit about this. All stems from the Rich Dad education brand, which you're so passionate about educating people. What is that?
Carly, Rich Dad Education provides education, financial education, based on the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, written by Robert Kiyosaki.
Oh, yes. People have known it for years, loved it for years.
Yes, that's actually the biggest selling personal finance book of all time.
I knew it was big. I didn't realize it was that big.
Yeah. 23 million copies sold. I think over 40 languages. We use the principles espoused in that book by Robert in our classes, and we've had approximately close to 1 million people through our seminars.
Why do you think people, why is it that book, do you think? What do you love about what he talks about in that book that you're able to put in the education that's just working so well for people?
It's simple, Carly.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
It's a little different. It's not run-of-the-mill financial education. You know, Robert said some provocative things in this book that have caused people to comment. For example, you know, he'll tell people, your house isn't an asset. That confronts a lot of people.
Yeah, I can see why.
But, you know, you generally end up paying money out to have your house. It doesn't bring you cash in.
Well, these workshops, we're going to give the dates here in just a couple minutes. There's a couple of them that's all throughout the area. What is it? Who do you think could benefit from attending these workshops?
You know, Carly, it's just about everyone.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
If you come to one of my rooms, you'll see a complete cross-section of America. My oldest student that I've ever spoken to was 87 years old. My youngest students are in their late teens.
Oh, wow.
But you really do just see a complete cross-section. And that's true around the world, by the way, too.
Okay, yeah, because these travel all the way, all across the United States as well. People are loving it. It's been a great reaction, great success stories coming out of these.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and talk about, I guess, the main focus of what these workshops are too is the real estate market and how that can help. So talk a little bit about that and how that plays a part in this education that you guys are doing.
A lot of people, Carly, are very comfortable working in their home area, but we also encourage people to look outside their home area. For example, my students who live in Los Angeles, the California market's really peaked up very quickly, so it's harder for them to find deals close to their house. But the Fort Myers area and Florida, central, southwest Florida, really still has a lot of opportunities for people.
Oh, that's good to know.
In different spheres of real estate. And in fact, I was reading an article just a couple of weeks ago that said that this is one of the most profitable markets for people that want to do what we call flipping, which is rehabbing and selling perhaps a distressed property on. So there's a lot of opportunity here.
Now, what do you say to people that maybe have lower credit scores, or maybe they don't have that beginning capital to go ahead and start investing? I mean, that's a concern for people, but you say that doesn't have to, steer you away.
No. Two things. First, Carly, is if the deal is good, the money will come.
Okay.
You know, we tell our students that around the world, and it's true around the world. But we also teach people how to raise money to fund their deals. Even if you have money, we tell you you shouldn't use all your own money in your deals. You should borrow money from other people. There are always ways to build a power team, find partners, people who perhaps want to be passively involved in the real estate market and would rather let you do all the work. There's so many different ways to find money for your deals.
There is something called good debt. You do believe that there is good debt out there?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, let's first define what bad debt is. You know, bad debt is buying something like a boat. You know, you borrow money and all you're going to do is pay out money, right? Good debt is debt that you incur that's going to cause you to receive money.
Yeah.
So borrowing to buy an investment property, for example, where the rent that you get coming in is more than
Yeah.
the debt payments you're paying out. So you're left with money in your pocket. That's good debt.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Hey, we have a little less than a minute left. What do you really want people to know about this workshop? Again, we've been telling people about the dates. They're coming up May 28th, May 29th, May 30th, all over Southwest Florida. Of course, you can go to the website. You do want people to register before. You want to know who's coming. You'd like to.
Absolutely. We'd like to know you're coming so we can be sure to accommodate you appropriately. And I think really the closing message is that this is a methodology that can change people's lives. You know, now look, you have to want to change. You have to be prepared to do something. Doing what you've always done is not going to get a different result.
Yeah.
But if you are tired of relying on a job that may not be too secure anymore, or you've been to college, run up tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt and didn't get the job you wanted,
I think
maybe
there's
it's time to try something different.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for being here this morning. Thank you for offering these free workshops, by the way. It won't cost you anything to go to these workshops. So go to their website or certainly go to our website for more info. Thank you so much, Anthony. We enjoyed having you on the show.
Carly, thank you.
All right, we'll send it over to Steph.
One of the nicest compliments a parent can receive is "Your son is such a gentleman." Up next, how to develop good manners, responsibility, and kindness to raise a good man.